Give me an experience of, say, one day's experience working with him.
Oh, one day we were supposed to record a song. And we didn't know the song. Dean and Jerry and I didn't know the song so well, so we recorded the song with a paper in our hand, naturally. So they said next day we're going to rehearse the song, and then we're going to give the record, and then we're going to shoot next day. But this didn't happen like that. Next day we shoot the number, you know?
No.
We shoot the number next day. But it was all right. It was very good.
What do you do in it?
I sing 2 songs with Dean and Jerry do my imitation.
How does...
Terrific. He do my imitation like nobody else. Dressed as Carmen Miranda with the bananas and things, big shoes, and he sings Mama, 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 yo quiero.
And he does a real expert impression.
Terrific.
They're such talented kids.
Yeah.
Carmen, many things have happened since you first appeared on Broadway in a play, I believe, called Streets of Paris.
Streets of Paris, yeah.
You worked with a couple of zanies in that, I believe, Olsen and Johnson.
No, Streets of Paris was Abbott and Costello.
Abbott and Costello.
And then Sons of Fun was Olsen and Johnson.
That's right. Well, I saw the one with Abbott and Costello, Streets of Paris.
Streets of Paris.
And then I guess I'm one of the first people who saw you in your first appearances in America.
Yes.
Then after that, Rudy Valley brought you to great national fame.
Yeah, I did about 19 broadcasts with Rudy Valley that time and Lou Holtz.
Now, after that, then, you were completely discovered for motion pictures.
Yeah, well, I signed in New York for Don Argentine Way at the same time when Daryl Zanuck signed as Betty Grable for the part of the Don Argentine Way, remember?
Yes, I do. How many pictures did you make altogether?
About 19.
But you don't consider that the first aim now in your life, do you? In other words, you make pictures, say, 1 every year or 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah.
But mostly your fun and your biggest income is from touring.
From stage.
And going around.
Yeah.
Do you prefer it that way?
I like better. I like better because you don't need to stay here all the time, you see, because when I was in the contract, once in a while I want to go to New York to work because I like the applause of the people. I come from stage and I like to feel the people. And I like the reaction of the people. I like to put a pretty dress and walk in, they applauding. And in movies, you don't have that, you see. But once in a while, I think movies is good for your name.
Oh, sure.
If there's a good picture come along, you do it. If you don't come a good picture, don't do it. Go on stage because you always have your name to go on stage anyway.
Of course, you are unique in this business in that most actors, when they are under contract to a motion picture, they have to make the picture or else take a suspension.
When they're not, yeah.
Then when they're not making a picture, they have nothing else to do. They can't go right on tour and go into nightclubs, very few of them.
I'm lucky, I'm very lucky.
Where did you start?
In Brazil.
How old were you when you came to this country then?
When I came here...
Pretty much of a child.
Can you hear? Mm-hmm. When I came here? 29.
29?
29.
You're just a child. How long have you been here in Beverly Hills and in this lovely house?
About 5 years.
And do you keep it up when you're not in town?
Well, I have a maid always keep the house for me.
And do you always look forward to getting back to it?
Oh, yes, and how. Look, it's such a wonderful thing to come back.
It's a lovely house, too. You know, now talking as a successful businesswoman, Carmen, and a top entertainer, what do you consider is the biggest failing of American women who attempt to become businesswomen?
Oh, I'm a very bad businesswoman myself.
Are you?
Yes. I have
Yet
sense...
you maintain your office here in your house.
Yes, I have sense for business. I can see when something go wrong, you see, but not because you can say that I'm not a bad businesswoman. The reason is that I invent my hats, I invent my shoes, I invent my dresses, I have the ideas for my songs, and I know exactly what the people like. I have the taste for the things that the people like it. But when the moment comes to talk about money and this and taxes and things, then I get all lost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then how do you manage to
Well, I have a business
that?
manager, and I have Willie Moore's office, and I have my husband who help me too.
Well, then you have a perfect arrangement. And by the way, do you think that American women, with all the women that you've seen throughout your appearances in the world, are more beautiful than any other kind of women?
The American woman?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And why?
Oh, I don't know. They have that freshness, that
youthfulness.
Youthful, yeah, and the mentality is so clean. In my because I'm a Latin, I can talk on a viewpoint of what can I say? they're nice to talk to, because I've been working so many shows with so many American girls and American boys, and I always have a wonderful time because they're just like, pretty soon I feel like an American girl myself, you see.
I find that very, very interesting, and I think that our American girls listening will like that, and the boys.
Is that real true? I always talk even to my Brazilian people when they come to America. They'll say to me, they say, how the American girls are. And I said, well, you should get more acquaintance with them if you know English, because they're wonderful girls. I think they really are. The boys and the girls, they're wonderful.
Have any ideas of how
By the way, Sunday now I'm going to have a party for all the girls who work with me in the picture and the boys. They dance with me in the picture. 6 girls and 6 boys. They're all going to come for a party and swimming with me. I love them,
Who are any of them known?
No,
Or
just the girls
kids?
do. The dancing girl works with me in the picture. The people who work with me, I like them all. Directors, everybody, I love them. But I always go to the little girls and little boys. They just starting, They think they come close to you and you're a person, and they say, but she probably not gonna talk to me, Pretty soon when you start talking to them, they like, and I feel very good,
Well, that's the good life of a good entertainer.
Yeah, that's the way I like it, because I feel good when they come around me. They ask me, "There's what perfume you have here today? It's wonderful. I like your slacks, and the girls, I love them. Just have a wonderful time with them.
Tell me, do you think that American women, Carmen, are individual enough?
I think so.
Think so.
Definitely.
And that they, obviously then, if you think they're so attractive, you must think then that their makeup and hairdress and styles are
I think it's the best in the world. The proof is that all the Latin places and I know, because when I was in Brazil, I tried to copy the American girls myself. You see what I mean?
best
I tried
kind
to
of
cut my
compliment.
hair. I tried to cut my hair the way they cut them, or I tried to make my eyebrows the way they do it, and I tried to copy the American girls. Not like me, all the Latin girls like to copy the American girls. In Portugal, the same. And even in Paris, I believe, they have their own fashion. The French people, they're famous of the dress and everything, but they still copy something of the American people.
Of course, you've
All the
learned.
world.
You've learned one important thing, that there's nothing like being yourself,
Oh, yes, definitely, yeah.
because your entire success is based on you being
Personality,
you.
yeah.
Your personality.
Yeah.
You're quite a fun-loving girl. I wonder if you have found Hollywood parties fun.
Yes, some of the Hollywood parties are a lot of fun.
Have you ever
Fun.
found them important to your career? Attending Hollywood parties, being social in Hollywood.
Sometimes it's important. Sometimes I think some parties I should go and I must go, because not because I'm going to meet so-and-so, it's so important, because this doesn't mean anything to me, you see. Because if they need me, they'll call me anyway. If they need me, they're going to call me. If I'm in China, in Japan, they have a part. Carmen must do the part, they're going to call me anyway. But because sometimes I have invitation to go to parties, I like that particular party because some people go there, I like them. So I know I'm going to have a good time there with them. That's all.
That's the best answer I've heard on that subject for a long
Yeah.
time, Carmen.
I think it should be popular. I mean, if a girl just come to Hollywood, it's important that she goes to be seen, because if she start a career, she needs to be seen with important people and important parts, because she just started her career. But after you establish yourself, I think you should better stay in your house once in a while and bring your friends to your house.
And as you say, let them call you if you're in China, Japan,
Yeah,
Venezuela.
if they really need it, they call you.
They
Let you
find
go.
you.
They'll find you, yeah.
Have you been listening to the Republican convention this past week?
Oh, I'll tell you something. And politicians, I'm dead.
I was
I'm
curious to know, because after all, it's about the only thing that's been on the air and on TV. And if you had been listening or looking at it, I just wanted to get an opinion from you.
Oh, I tell you,
Well, let me ask you, you know that Eisenhower and Taft at this moment are fighting for the Republican nomination. Do you have any feeling one way or the other about them?
not particularly, because I'm living here, and I think everything is so beautiful in America, and I think everything it's so wonderful that for me, because I'm not a political woman, if they're nice, I mean, it's all right if one goes and if he's good, it's fine. If the other one goes good, it's fine too.